Hello, my name is Braden Leahy, and today I'm going to be telling you about alopecia areata. Now, what is alopecia areata actually? Well, first, before I tell you what it actually is, I'm going to tell you what people think it is. Now, the main thing people think alopecia areata is cancer. No, I do not have cancer. And second, they think it's also contagious. Just so you know, I will let you know that I cannot give you alopecia. Now, the third one I heard at my high school when I was doing a hat/wig day to support the National Alopecia Areata Foundation. I had a kid walk up to me and ask how alopecia was doing. And I looked at him and I said, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "Well, the Spanish lady who has cancer." I had to tell him what alopecia areata actually was. And plus, I started using him in my presentations. Now, what alopecia areata actually is. It is an autoimmune hair loss disease that attacks your hair follicles, and doctors just aren't sure why this is happening. Anybody can get alopecia areata, but you're more likely to get alopecia if your family members have an autoimmune disease such as diabetes, lupus, alopecia areata, or thyroid disease. Now, there are three types of alopecia areata, and the first one we're going to talk about is patchy alopecia areata, which is the loss of parts or patches of hair on your body. Now, some treatments for patchy alopecia areata are cortisone injections, a topical minoxidil, and an antherlin cream. Now, the second form of alopecia areata is alopecia areata totalis, which is the loss of all of the hair on your scalp. And the third is alopecia areata universalis, which is the loss of all of the hair all over your body. Now, some treatments for these types of alopecia areata were cortisone pills, a topical ammonia therapy, and wigs. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit of my story with alopecia. I started losing my hair at the age of 2. I had just got a haircut and my mom was giving me a bath when all of a sudden, patches of my hair just came out in the washcloth. Now, imagine if you're a parent and all of a sudden your kid's hair just fell out in the washcloth. Pretty scary, huh? Well, we went to several doctors and none of the doctors could actually tell us what was going on. But we finally found the doctor who told us I had alopecia. I do get asked if I have cancer quite a bit. This question used to really bother me because I didn't want people thinking I had cancer. But then I started to embrace this question so I could tell them what alopecia areata actually was. So I've got to do several things for having alopecia. One of the funnest things I've got to do is I got to go to an Oklahoma City Thunder game for Alopecia Areata Awareness Night. Now, Charlie Venezuela, an NBA player who has alopecia, was supposed to be there and I was supposed to get to meet him. But sadly, he could not make it. But instead, I got to meet Kevin Durant, which I know I'm not supposed to mention his name right now, but it's still pretty cool I got to meet him. And I have been recognized in the National Alopecia Areata Foundation's national newsletter that goes nationwide for all of my achievements in the alopecia areata awareness community. Now, some of the things I have done in the city of Guyman, where I live back home, is I've done several public high school presentations, and I've even done hat/wig days that have raised hundreds of dollars for the National Alopecia Areata Foundation. And I've presented to clubs and several other organizations back home. So I just love this project, and I'm glad I got to do it for my independent project so more people know what alopecia areata actually is. Thank you.